Well, thank you very much. I also feel privileged to offer a few words at this conference and to do so together with the other panelists, especially my old boss and mentor, General Clark. I want to begin by echoing his enormous admiration for Ukraine's civilian and military leaders, and indeed all of its citizens. The fact is that all of Ukraine has mobilized completely and done so incomparably better than has Russia. It has done so impressively that Ukraine now has a larger and much more capable military than a country, Russia, which is 3 times Ukraine's size and has extraordinary energy and mineral blessings. This reality is of enormous importance. It has enabled extraordinary gains. I believe it is irreversible. There's nothing Russia can do about it. The shambolic mobilization carried out by Putin and his leaders has not produced the kinds of trained and well-equipped and organized forces. It has produced cannon fodder. Ukraine now has the strategic initiative, as General Clark highlighted, and it has had it now for several months. In other words, Russia is responding to Ukraine's actions on the battlefield rather than the other way around. That said, clearly this war is not going to end anytime soon unless, and it's not impossible, unless Russian forces crumble and perhaps collapse. But we cannot count on that, and it's not something that I am predicting at this time. Ultimately, though, Ukraine will continue to liberate its territory, and at some point, the combination of battlefield developments and the economic and financial sanctions and export controls on Russia will convince Moscow that this war is unsustainable and that Russia has to extricate itself from a war that has already cost it 3 times the battlefield losses in 9 months that it lost in 8 tough years of war in Afghanistan. At that time, the US, the EU, the UK, other Western partners can work with Ukraine to achieve a resolution that includes Russian withdrawal from Ukrainian territory, sanctions relief for Russia, a Marshall Plan-like effort to rebuild Ukraine's infrastructure and economy, and above all, an ironclad security guarantee that will ultimately be the critical element for the successful reconstruction of Ukraine. I firmly believe that we in the US must, together with our NATO allies and Western partners, do all that we can to hasten the date at which Russia will recognize that its brutal and unprovoked invasion of Ukraine is indeed unsustainable and must end. Thank you very much.